morning and welcome to Newsfeed, the comedy panel show that laughs at what you're saying. In the news this month, a family has been left reeling after purchasing 2 unwell guinea pigs from a British pet retailer. The furry friends, Cappuccino and Latte, fell ill shortly after entering the family home. The family bought the animals to replace their albino short hair, which had recently been run over, though they admit it was tempting fate to call the cat Flat White. Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, caused a shock at the Grammys when she removed her coat to reveal she was wearing a see-through dress. When asked why she'd got her enormous ass out in public, she said, "What was I supposed to do, leave Kanye at home?" Kanye has also announced a new collaboration with P. Diddy. "I'm excited to work together. He's a great musician, and I honestly don't care how much it damages my reputation," said Diddy. And finally, 2 men were arrested in Germany after being pulled over and found with 246 sticks of butter, 146 blocks of cheese, and 1 absolutely knackered cow. But now, as we stand on the brink of World War III, it brings to mind those brilliant words from the late, great Winston Churchill, who addressed the nation and said, "Let's play Newsfeed!" Yeah! Alrighty then, like a clickbait headline, I promised you 3 hilarious guests. But like the following clickbait article, I've woefully underdelivered. My first guest is Sam C. Last April, Sam moved to the UK from the Philippines, where he studied video game design. Immersing himself in horrifying dystopian worlds with barbaric, poverty-stricken characters and despotic evil overlords, Sam has integrated well with life in the UK. Sam, what's your favourite thing about life in Britain?
My favourite thing is that when people get where I'm from wrong, because I'm not from the Philippines.
Oh, no!
I'm from Singapore, motherfucker! I see we've got the GB News team on tonight. Fucking research is going well. Yes, I'm here with Beyonce.
Yes.
Stephen Hawkins, you're back!
My next guest tonight is Aaron Simmonds. Aaron burst onto the scene with his cult classic Edinburgh show, Harry Potter or My Girlfriend, in which he explored his love of a fantastical, magical, imaginary world where he has a girlfriend. Aaron, how did you come out as bisexual?
As a lot of straight presenting bi people will have, it's like kind of an awkward conversation sometimes to have as coming out as bi. What happened was I wrote an Edinburgh show where I talked about how much I wanted to suck a dick for 7.5 minutes, and I thought that was safe enough to do because it was in a different country. And then my dad, who's incredibly supportive, flew to Scotland to see that show, didn't tell me. I did the show, and then he came up to me after the show and said, "I really liked it." And I went, "What are you doing here?" And he went, "I've come to support you doing your show, and I didn't want there to be extra pressure or you have to change the show or anything." And I went, "I would have preferred it if I had to change the show. It would have been 7.5 minutes shorter."
My last guest tonight is Thenjiwe, star of TV sitcom Judge Thenjiwe Kambule. Thenjiwe recently performed at the Leicester Square Theatre, where she received a standing ovation. Although that may be because as she left the stage, a judicial assistant said, "All rise!" Thenjiwe, you've lived in a lot of places since leaving South Africa. What's the maddest thing you've ever been asked about Africa?
I get a lot of people asking me if I know their friend Julia, who lives in Ghana. No, I do not.
What about Steve in Ghana?
I know Steve.
Alrighty then, our first game tonight is a game called Heaven is a Hashtag. I have taken some posts about one of the month's big news stories, but I've forgotten to include the hashtag. So can my comedians tell me what hashtag each person should have been using? Our first hashtag is, who would have thought?
A white guy would confuse Singapore and the Philippines.
What is it? Who would have thought? Is it hashtag terrible Alzheimer's game show? Who would have thought?
I I thought it might have been, who would have thought hashtag Gino D'Acampo's actually a prick?
Who would have thought Americans know who to vote for?
Okay, the last one then is, the incompetence is fascinating.
Hashtag American politics.
Is it hashtag trying to buy anything on Ticketmaster?
Is it me trying to walk? I'm going to make a lot of these jokes, by the way. You're going to have to get comfortable with me making. The problem is, when I'm sat here on the camera, you can't tell I'm disabled. I just look like a white guy. So this could be the end of my career.
Does anyone know the correct answer to this question?
I mean, I'm guessing Thenjiwe is on the right path. It's something American, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes. So this is hashtag Doge is what everyone is linked to this one. So this is Elon Musk's the Department of Government Efficiency. They've been firing loads of people, and they fired all of the people who are responsible for America's nuclear deterrent, then tried to hire them back and didn't have their emails to contact them because they'd shut all of their email accounts. So America's nuclear deterrent is currently just sitting in a warehouse somewhere and no one knows how to access it or do anything with it. Do you guys follow this story at all?
The problem with it is that keeping up with any Doge-based news is difficult because by the time we are talking about this, there's going to be like 5,000 more other issues happening right now. It's not just like, I think currently it is healthcare. That's the current issue. They've fired every healthcare person and now there is no healthcare in America. I mean, there never was. It's worse.
But to be fair, do we really need doctors? Because every time I go to my doctor's, she Googles everything in front of me.
How many types of cancer do you have? Because
according to Dr. Google, I died 4 years ago.
I mean, obviously, we can't talk about what's going on in America without talking about the elephant in the room, or the bright orange elephant in the room. Guys, have you been following what Trump's been up to this month?
No, it's so depressing. I should point out, at this point in the show, I haven't looked at any news in about 6 months. So I am going to be useless at the topicality of this kind of stuff. But if you want references to, like, pop punk from the early 2000s, that's where I'm going to shine.
So I'm guessing you're a skater boy?
Oh, no, I'm in a wheelchair most of the time. It's complicated. It's okay, I'm with you.
If you were going to compare Trump to a 2000s pop punk song, though, which one would you go for?
That's a fucking good question.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams, American Idiot. This is a long
Yeah.
In Too Deep.
I'm genuinely too interested in the question, but
too interesting.
We went from Avril Lavigne to In Too Deep. Avril Lavigne went from the lead singer of Sum 41 to Chad Kroeger as her boyfriend then husband. Isn't that mental?
I have a beef with Avril Lavigne. How have we gotten to this from Trump?
But it's much more fun.
Yeah.
Because like she made her logo the anarchy symbol, right? Yeah. But when I was a kid, I was like a punk, and so I had the anarchy symbol on everything I owned. And then all of these people going, "Oh my God, you're an Avril Lavigne fan. What's your favorite song?" And I was just like, "No, God, fucking leave me alone, man."
I have a similar anecdote to that because I was an Avril Lavigne fan, and people thought I was into anarchy. It's awful.
Yes, so this is the news that Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency fired hundreds of people at the Department of Energy without realizing they oversaw the maintenance of America's nuclear deterrent. Doge have also been accused of presenting misleading numbers on the amount of money that they've saved the taxpayer. In one post, they claim to have shut down a project that was costing £8 billion when it was really costing £8 million. This is not the first time Musk has added noughts to figures to make them seem more impressive. His Tinder profile claims he's got a 10-inch dick. Meanwhile, Trump has threatened Canada with 25% tariffs on all imports in an attempt to protect American workers and to stop the flow of illegal fentanyl into America. After all, flooding American cities with illegal drugs is the CIA's job. Our next game is called Comment Contention. In this game, I will present my comedians with some comments responding to a major news story. They simply have to tell me what this person was commenting on. Our first comment is, I'm really enjoying having the adults back in charge.
I had one written with a Make-A-Wish joke, and I'm like, no. Based on the vibe so far, no. We can't do Make-A-Wish jokes here.
Hey, how do you think I got here? How sad would it be if my Make-A-Wish was this fucking show? All I want to do is see Simon do his topical news quiz on YouTube.
No, it's kind of like you did like, I wish to be on a panel show. And then like, you didn't specify, little boy.
Yeah, is that how the Make-A-Wish Foundation...
I don't know, I've never fucking used it.
He's not dying, he's just wobbly. Big fucking difference.
That's going to be the title of my next show. Not dying, just wobbly.
Genuinely, I had a friend who did waste his Make-A-Wish. Like, in his words, yeah. So, he has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So, he wasn't supposed to make it past 30. So, he was, like, told, like, hey, you get a Make-A-Wish. And he was like, well, I want to see the world, the beauty of it. There's the sort of hot air balloon festival that happens in America where they release thousands of hot air balloons and you get to see all of Americans' planes. And he got there, talked to the people, they were telling him how it worked, it was really sweet, rode him into the basket and it raises up and it's glorious, the sun's setting, all these balloons are in the sky, and then he realized, oh fuck, I have a fear of heights. So he's there having a panic attack, and they're like, oh no, he can't see. Let's move him closer to the edge.
Can you request things like sex, a blowjob?
Given the fact that they help like 9-year-olds, I really hope so. Okay.
I don't think any of the Make-A-Wishes. I want to meet Prince Andrew.
All right then, our next one. Such behaviour would have got him a promotion in the Conservative Party.
Is it stealing milk from a child of a coal miner? A great Conservative thing would be finding a way to categorize every street as a domicile so they can finally charge homeless people rent.
This is about Andrew Gwynn and Oliver Ryan's sacking. So they've been
there?
fired from the Labour Party
Wow.
because they created a Facebook group called Trigger Me Timbers, in which they slagged off all of their constituents. In one of them, he wished a 74-year-old woman dead because she had complained about her bins. He sent a message saying, "Dear old lady, fuck your bins. I hope you'll be dead by the next election and I'll get re-elected anyway."
I mean, I'm on his side right now.
Absolutely.
That man.
Like, genuinely, all right, like, it got released in the Daily Mail, right, yeah? And the Daily Mail were like, you can't say any of these things, you can't say any of these things. And then literally the story underneath that is, you can't say anything anymore. And you just think, what the fuck is your game? Like, I don't know what your problem is.
I think the most offensive thing wasn't that he did it, but he did it on a Facebook group.
It was on a WhatsApp
Oh, the
group.
WhatsApp.
It was on a WhatsApp
what
group,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
What kind of a boomer asshole is this? Be a modern asshole.
What's the worst WhatsApp group you guys have been involved with?
Any of them.
Yeah.
I fucking hate all of them. They're so annoying. Like, they're so annoying. Like, because I hate, like, people. Like, I like humans. Humans are great. Humans, like, came up with the Eiffel Tower. That's incredible. But people are awful, right? And, like, WhatsApp groups are full of people, and I mute all of them. And then I got this new smartwatch, and it still buzzes even if you mute the fucking conversation. And I'm furious.
As a comedian, I wake up after 10 a.m. And by the time I get up and look at my phone, it's 175 messages in this group, 200 messages in this group. So what I do is, with every group I'm part of, I have 2 or 3 people that I open a different group with. Who just tell me what I need to know, what was being said.
Oh, you've got your own recap guy from YouTube.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy that just recaps. Here's what you missed on the
Yep.
show last week. Mom's back in hospital.
So yes, this is the news that Andrew Gwynn has been fired as a health minister after WhatsApp messages where he wished an old age pensioner to die were published by the Mail on Sunday. A government spokesperson said, "We can guarantee that these kinds of comments will never happen again, as our cuts to the winter fuel allowance means there won't be any pensioners left by the end of March." MP Oliver Ryan has also been fired over some comments in the group. In one, he claimed a resident had a shit house. Although, being MP for Burnley, he could literally be talking about anyone. Conservative MPs have reacted angrily to the discovery of the WhatsApp group. Apparently, they didn't realise you could say horrible things behind closed doors and are furious that they've been being arseholes in public for no reason. Our next game is called Make Me a Meme. I have gathered some pictures from a major news story, but I think they'd be great to make memes. I want to get into the meme game, so I'm going to ask my comedians to suggest some captions that they can stick on one of these memes. Our first meme is this.
Is that guy just showing off that he can run? Because if so, I don't like that prick.
Is it just what happens when Diet Pepsi can't solve a riot?
It's me trying to run from my adult responsibilities.
Yeah. Our next meme is this.
Is this Love Island from Temu?
I think it's Jimmy Savile from Temu.
When you realize you no longer want to run a country, but you can win a Eurovision contest.
He does look like he's about to sing "I Love France" in 4 different languages.
It looks like he recently came back from Turkey for a hip transplant.
Yeah, he's had like a really successful trip to Turkey.
My uncle did go to Turkey for the hair transplant, and they made a little bit of a mistake when they were transplanting. Here, he just needed the middle bit transplanted, and they put Indian hair roots. So now he's got an afro and Indian hair.
Yes, so this is Emmanuel Macron, okay, who has addressed the world's first AI summit, showing a video of deep fakes of him placed it into various different places to show the dangers and the threats of AI. Guys, I hate to ask again, do you have any opinions about this story?
I would, but I haven't put it into ChatGPT yet. Give me 3 minutes.
Like, it's like kind of thing is like we've all seen people try to do jokes with AI, and it's not worked yet. But there will come a time where it will.
But we are deeply affected because the more AI takes other people's jobs, the less people can afford to pay to buy tickets to see us, as you can see tonight.
I mean, if you could put AI versions of us on the poster, we might have sold more if we all had ads. There's a bunch of fit, sexy minorities. Yeah. That's the name. There's a new name for this show. Fit, sexy minorities.
Fit sexy minorities. Yeah, perfect.
Hosted by the white guy.
Well, you've got to have someone in charge. So this is the AI summit. Guys, have you got any concerns about AI? Like anything that terrifies you about the future?
Everything, especially when it comes to education. Are people really getting the degrees they have? Have they really studied, or is it thanks to ChatGPT? I've got a degree. It's taking over, and we have to be careful. And I think there has to be a limit as well, because it also messes up with evidence, criminal evidence in courts. People can manipulate, and some people really take it too far.
I was like, I could make some porn with AI porn. That way, I was like, oh, I can make myself look sexy.
Hang on. Can I fuck the Eiffel Tower with AI? Great.
You know what? Thenjiwe made a really good point about AI taking things too far, and within 30 seconds we were on to making AI porn where Aaron fucks the Eiffel Tower.
That was not enough.
You know when art imitates reality.
Can I just make it very clear? I would like the Eiffel Tower to fuck me.
Yes, this is the news that Emmanuel Macron has held the world's first AI summit in Paris. The UK government refused to sign the new AI agreement over fears AI could take jobs and act deceptively. A government spokesperson said this would leave a real danger that politicians become a thing of the past. The government have renamed the AI Safety Institute as the AI Security Institute, asking them to stop looking into bias and misinformation and focus on national security. The government have been keen on this ever since they fed a fact-checking AI one of their press releases. Jd Vance used his speech at the Munich Security Conference to slam European leaders, claiming working with the far right was good for democracy. He then used the platform to announce a range of new policy initiatives. Drink yourself to motorway safety. Share needles, defeat AIDS. And shoot schools secure. That brings us to the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, while I toss up the scores, my lovely comedians, do you have anything to plug? Sam, what have you got to plug?
By the time you watch this, my comedy special will be out. It's called Coming Out Loud. It's about me being a queer act in a country where it was illegal to be gay. And the audio quality is subpar. It's from 2019 and there's only one camera angle. So I hope you like a special where it's just this and then this further away, and then closer, and then real close.
Aaron.
I've got nothing. Literally nothing. I just came because Simon said he'd buy me some drinks. You guys have been nice. It's been fun. Give someone you like a hug.
Or watch Coming Out Loud on YouTube right now.
Lovely. And Thenjiwe.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscription is free, mahala. YouTube channel, Thenjiwe Unplugged. If you speak isiZulu, Thenjiwe Comedy.
All right. Thank you so much to my wonderful guests. Thank you to our wonderful studio audience for coming to watch. This has been Newsfeed. Please make sure you like and subscribe and give us a follow so you can keep up with everything that we're doing. We are Newsfeed panel across all of the social media. Our winner today is the wonderful Mr. Sam C. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.